Hare Krishna, everybody. We're about to begin a Pushpanjali ceremony, which will be followed by the Agnihotra and initiation. So, the meaning of this ceremony is to honor Srila Prabhupada on the day of his appearance, anniversary day of his appearance. So Srila Prabhupada, as you know, came to America in 1965, all alone, on a freighter, and he had with him 7 rupees, or $7, 42 rupees at that time, and a case of books. He knew exactly one person, and in fact it was right here in Edison, New Jersey. And he stayed with that lady for a couple of weeks, and then he went to Manhattan. And somehow or other, our favorite method, by Krishna's arrangement, he founded ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, and he made thousands of disciples all over the world, including myself and many others. And because of Srila Prabhupada's sacrifice, he was a very highly respected sannyasi in the most sacred place in India, Vrindavan. He had lifetime accommodation at one of the most, if not the most sacred temple in Vrindavan, where the samadhi of Rupa Goswami is located. Rupa Goswami, as you know, is the architect of our movement. So Srila Prabhupada left all that, a guaranteed place to stay, guaranteed maintenance, everything for the rest of his life. And he came to America, where he knew like one person, and somehow, amazingly, started this worldwide movement with hundreds of temples, thousands of devotees. Now it has many branches, including ours. And we're all looking toward Srila Prabhupada as the founder Acharya. Founder Acharya is a special kind of guru. He's not ordinary guru. To found or establish a new sampradaya is a very rare thing. Very, very big thing. Requires enormous potency. So we can understand, not by, he never said anything about it, but we can see by his actions and the work that he accomplished that he was extraordinarily empowered by Krishna. Because you cannot do what Srila Prabhupada did without this special empowerment. That's not an ordinary thing. And we'll see as time goes by that Srila Prabhupada, like many great personalities of the past, Srila Prabhupada will cast a very, very long shadow on the events in human society in the future. And for thousands of years in the future, people will talk about Srila Prabhupada, how great he was, how wonderful he was. And they'll also say, just imagine how wonderful it must have been to be his direct disciple. So we have that benediction, somehow or other. Again, here we go again, somehow or other. We don't know why. But by Krishna's grace, we were attracted and took initiation from Srila Prabhupada. And then many years later, here we are, doing the same work. On a much smaller scale, of course. But every devotee wants to spread Krishna consciousness. This is an integral part of our process of devotion. Because once we have tasted the wonderful sweetness of devotional service, then we want everybody else to have that too. And of course, that's a struggle because not everyone in this world is ready for Krishna consciousness. So sometimes we're successful, more often people turn us away. But still, we have to keep this preaching spirit because this is the essence of our sampradaya. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared 500 years ago in Bengal, and he spread this devotional service, chanting process, all over India. And this was his mood. After he established his movement in Bengal, he literally hit the road and walked all over South India and back up to Bengal, to Puri, and then he established his headquarters in Puri. So Lord Chaitanya is the example. Then we should all follow in his footsteps, you know, even literally. When we're in South India, I want to go to some of the places that Lord Chaitanya visited and, you know, get some nectar. So anyway, Srila Prabhupada, he didn't walk, he took jet planes. And he didn't preach in the temples, he established temples. And he also translated, printed, and distributed millions of authorized books of Vedic Shastras. So to do this, I mean, this is just a superhuman feat. You know, this was in the days before computers and internet and all this stuff that we have now, communications that we have now. To write a book had to be done on a typewriter. And you have to type over and over again. Every time you edit the book, you have to retype everything. And then it has to be typeset and then sent to the printers, usually in a foreign country. So then they have to ship them back by boat. The whole process takes months, just to print one book. And this is the main thing, the main reason why people in those days didn't write more books. It was so hard, very difficult, long, drawn-out process requiring great intelligence and perseverance. But Srila Prabhupada published over 100 books by this method. And he also distributed those books widely, very broadly. You go to any university, any big university library will have Srila Prabhupada's books, usually a complete set. So we can understand this is an amazing thing that Srila Prabhupada did. It's actually a unique event in the history of the world, that these highest Vedic teachings would be distributed all over the world, and especially in the Western countries, which are so full of atheism, materialism, voidism, impersonalism, and all these nonsense philosophies. So to counteract this poison of the nonsense philosophies and establish pure devotional service to Krishna, I mean, this is just an amazing feat. Anyone who's tried preaching knows how difficult it is to get even one person to follow these teachings. But Prabhupada got thousands of people following his teachings, or actually the teachings of Krishna. So we honor Srila Prabhupada on his appearance day, and this is a ceremony known as Guru Puja and Puspanjali. Guru Puja, of course, means worshiping the Guru on the same level as the Supreme. So we'll offer Guru Puja Arti to Srila Prabhupada while singing the where is it? Gurvashtaka. Here it is. It's on about page 10 or something. It says Shri Shri Gurvashtaka by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So as we're singing, you'll be offering the arti, okay? When we start the kirtan, you offer the arti. And then all the devotees, one at a time, come around this way, behind Anandavardhana, take some flower petals, and offer them at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada, and then offer your obeisances to Srila Prabhupada right in front here. I'm sorry, there's the cord. I don't know how to get rid of this. Anyway. Yeah, somehow or other. You want to take it here? That's better. That would leave more room. Yeah. Get my cord out of the way too. Okay. Okay, so we're going to start the kirtan, and then as we're singing Gurvashtaka, then come around and make your Pushpanjali offering to Srila Prabhupada.